Alright guys, what is up? It's me, the Midnight Beast, bringing you a gameplay and commentary. Today, this gameplay and commentary is going to be about this one big argument that people have been having since the day it's ever been invented, and that is, well, you probably guessed it from the title, Apple versus Android. Today I'm going to be talking about the different specs they have, reasons for why Android is sometimes always ahead of the game than Apple, and just anything that people talk about whenever they say Apple versus Android. So let's get this video started. I just realized I haven't used that intro in a long time. But first, let me tell you guys why I think Android is always ahead of iPhone or Apple whenever it comes to new phones, new software, new Android software, iOS, and things like that. So, to start off, I think that do you know how there's more than one company working on Android? You have Samsung, you have Sony, you have Nokia, you have all these companies that work with Android software, but then you only have one company on the sideline. Oh, not on the sideline, but it's only one company working on their software, and it's Apple. Apple only has their one company. They don't get help from anybody. They're not partnered. They're not. It's not. iOS isn't like a free software that anyone can get. It's dedicated just to Apple devices. So that's why whenever there's Android phones, you see a lot more of an Android interface because Android is free, and especially since it's made with Google. Google is free, and they do all these things to make it free so everyone can have it. That's one of the reasons why Android is always ahead of Apple, and that's why you always see a brand new phone running Android. The brand new phone that I can think of off the top of my head right now is the Galaxy S4. That phone just came out, and my girlfriend got that phone a couple of days ago. She told me it was the greatest thing, better than my iPhone, and I told her, yes, obviously it's going to be better than my iPhone because my iPhone came out last year. I have the iPhone 5. So my phone came out December time, November time. It was somewhere around there last year, and I got mine for Christmas. October it came out. Just kidding. But yeah, I got mine in Christmas, and she got hers yesterday. It's January 25th as I'm no, June 25th as I record this. So she got this the 24th. She told me it was the greatest phone she's ever had ever, and I'm sitting there like, yes, obviously it's gonna be the best phone because it just came out. And then she goes, yeah, it's better than your iPhone. And I go, yeah, because there's so many companies working on improving just the Android interface when Apple just only releases one phone a year, and the only thing they have to improve is their iOS device. Like features of the phone, specs of the phone, it can only be put in so much because they only release one phone a year. Unlike with Android, there's multiple phones that run Android, so companies are able to put more and more new specs onto them because they release these phones maybe every month. There's a brand new phone out on the line. I can't. There's so many Verizon ads that just have brand new phones like Droids. Droids have all they're always coming out with new Droid phones from Motorola. I always see a new Droid phone anywhere I go. So that's one thing that I've realized about why Android is sometimes better than Apple. But Apple has this one thing called iMessage, and that's one of the big sellers for me. If it wasn't for iMessage, I would probably be using a BlackBerry not a BlackBerry, an Android phone more often. But since all my friends have iMessage, all my friends except my girlfriend. Can you imagine that? All my friends have iMessage. It's basically an instant chat, but it's okay because she has an iPod Touch, so it just kind of makes up for it. But so that this iMessage feature is just perfect because if you're trying to find, because sometimes text messages can get delayed, and you sometimes use your data, or you don't have a certain limit or you have a certain limit a month, like you don't have unlimited texting, the iMessage works fine because it connects through your Wi-Fi and it sends messages through Wi-Fi only. And but in the other one, you're using your signal the whole time. So that's another reason. And we're gonna switch over to the technical part of it. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so here we have the specs. We have the height. As you can see, the Samsung Galaxy is obviously going to be bigger than the Apple iPhone 5. It's going to be the Apple iPhone 5 is a bit lighter, not by much though. These are barely, they weigh barely anything. Like right now, holding mine right now, it doesn't weigh anything. The inches on the screen size are a big difference. There's a big difference in them. You almost get a full inch more diagonally on the Samsung S4. Right now we're scrolling down through display, and as you can see, the resolution here it's 1920 by 1080, so you're getting 1080p, 1080i, 1080p resolution. On the iPhone, it's some weird format like 1136 by 640, which is weird. Pixels per inch, that's what PPI is. How many pixels there are per each inch is what it's saying. 441, so there's more because it's a bigger screen, and there's less on the iPhone because it's a smaller screen, even though it has the Retina displays. Multi-touch, yes, that's not really important. Manufacturer, Qualcomm, Apple, and here's the one thing I wanted to show you guys: the speeds of the inside, like the clock speed, the number of cores, those things. On the S4, it's bigger because it's brand new technology, and they found a way to fit all that into one little place. Well, on the iPhone 5, they only figured it out beforehand, but the maximum they could get was 1 gigahertz. 1 gigahertz and 2 gigahertz is a big difference, especially in a phone. The RAM size, it has more RAM, that's why you're able to do multitasking, such as you're able to do more than one type of activity in one app. I did it today on my girlfriend's phone, where I could be browsing the web, and I could send a text message or check another application at the same time. And that's why you can also get, like, whenever you look down, it scrolls with you. It just has these little features that could possibly seem annoying after a little bit, but I mean, once you get to know the phone and everything, they will probably be very helpful. So those are some of the things that I've seen on the new phones, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Since I have an iPhone right now, I usually get whatever my friends have, or if, let's say, Apple, like, let's say not BlackBerry, I keep on saying BlackBerry, let's say Android one day decides to have its own little message system like iMessage, then I would probably be switching over to Android, but I would probably be getting the better phone on there at the time, because since Android updates so much, you have a lot of variety of phones. The Samsung Galaxy 4 is probably one of the better phones you can get right now as of right this moment, and it's worth just as much as a old iPhone 5. Even though you're gonna get the new iPhone 6 soon, and they're gonna release iOS 7. iOS 7 looks completely different than the iOS 6. They're gonna be switching it up, so we'll be seeing what's gonna happen with Apple, and how the new Android versus Apple will be going. Now the only thing we have to do is wait for Apple to release their new device. We have to wait until either this summer, when they might announce it at one of their conferences, or we have to wait until October, where they usually release their iPhones. But if not, I'm pretty sure they're releasing iOS 7 in November. That's a given, because by then they'll have a new iPhone to put it on, instead of using the iPhone 5, just the iPhone 5 to run iOS 7. So I still have a little bit more time to talk about until the gameplay's over. Let's see what Android is going to do, because Android is available almost everywhere. It's available on tablets, it's available on phones. For all we know, we're going to be making a computer next. So that instead of Windows, you'll be competing with Android now. Since Google's been making their own operating system, maybe Android's gonna be making their own operating system. Who knows? We'll see. Technology is growing really fast. So hopefully, this war will. I don't know. Maybe it'll continue. Maybe it'll calm down a bit. But we don't know. But it's always fun to watch new devices come out and people comparing the specs. So here comes the outro, and peace out, guys. Don't forget to sub, rate, and comment. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. This was a 39 and 5, I think. I don't remember the score too much. It'll pull up at the end, but it was a big score. It was a big KD game, and I was proud of this one. This is probably my longest commentary so far. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, leave a rating and like. Peace out.